Grüßt euch. Welcome to Unit 7 of our Common Classroom Errors. This unit is all about traveling to Germany and history, hotels, sightseeing, and there are a few things we want to look at. The biggest thing I can advise you to look at is the pronunciation. I brought out two words that I think I especially want to mention, but really I would say go to those Wegweiser pages, listen to those recordings on them, because there are a lot of words that maybe look like English words, but aren't pronounced the same way as the English words, and that can be a big stumbling block. So as we're looking at here, we have the word for museum. We're going to pronounce that Museum. Museum for museum. And then the plural comes up frequently too, and notice that it's not like English where we add an S, our ending changes entirely. So we're going to say Museen, Museen, Museum, and Museen. And then our word for sculptures, I hear pronounced sculpture a lot, but we want to be careful. Remember, our German vowels tend to be different than English. A lot of times they're longer, softer, rounder. So we're going to pronounce this as sculpture, sculpture, instead of sculpture. And then, as we're getting into your assignment, it's asking you what's something you want to visit. One of the answers I hear a lot is the Stolpersteine. And there's nothing grammatically wrong with wanting to say you're going to visit it, but it's more of a thematic or cultural thing. The Stolpersteine are basically just bricks with somebody's name in it and a date. And that's where somebody was murdered during the Holocaust. But it's really not something that you can go visit like you could a museum. You're not going to go there, spend a lot of time, look around, really absorb it. Once you go there, you see it. That's it. It's over. And you might see them all around Berlin, but it's really not a destination that you'd go to visit. It's something you're going to see as you're doing your tour or going around town or seeing whatever it is you're there for. So I would pick something else to talk about to show that cultural knowledge, that you know what they are and that they're not some sort of big attraction that people go to see. And the last thing I want to mention also is really specifically for the assignment, but it's using what you know for the reasons. You're asked to explain why you want to visit these things. Always start your assignments by saying, what do I know how to say? What have I learned? What vocabulary do I know? What phrases have I learned? And how can I answer the questions based off of that? It's okay that your reasons may be a little bit simpler. It doesn't need to be maybe the real reasons that you would say in English. It doesn't need to be as elaborate of a reason as you might say in English. But focus on what you know. Show me that you've mastered the reasons and the ideas in the unit, and just stick with what you know. One of the easy ways to run into problems with the language is trying to make a really ambitious sentence in English and not being sure how to translate it and making mistakes because of that. So we always want to just focus on what's in the unit, what have I learned how to do, now I'm going to show that I've mastered that on the assignment. So it's okay if these are simpler reasons, and just keep in mind that as you go on, you're going to learn how to say more things, you're going to get those more complex ideas across eventually, but just keep practicing what's in the units and be sure you're getting that down, and that'll put you on a good foundation to keep learning in the future. So let me know if you have any questions. I want to make sure you do an awesome job. Danke. Ciao.